Oh, hello. My name is Wadiza. Are you feeling a bit tired? Well, there's no need to fret here. I am going to tell you a little story before you go to bed. But make sure you don't go to sleep, because this story will only be told once.
It's story time, baby.
Come closer if you wanna hear. Ciao y'all, it is Wadiza, and a few days ago I made a story video, a story time video, and it was about my scars and how I got them. And scars are injuries, right? So this kind of inspired me to tell this story and to make this video. See, scars are, yes, an injury, but let's take it, a little step further and talk about how I broke my back. Now, I don't actually know if I broke my back. As kids, we always exaggerate everything. Like, for example, you would get married at recess. I remember I would be invited to my friend's wedding, and it would be really kind and so nice. But of course, they didn't kiss or anything. They were just like holding hands, and it was really cute, right? So they exaggerated, right? So instead of just saying, "Oh, it's my crush," they're saying, "Oh, it's my husband now." Yeah. See, so as kids, we exaggerate everything. So I'm not completely sure if I legitimately broke my back, but it did hurt. Okay, so just bear with me right now. So when everyone became kids, like when you were a kid or when your mom was a kid, our parents decided maybe we should, do something fun since we're kids and we have nothing to do but school, and school's kind of boring if you know what I mean. But I mean, some people think school's cool. I mean, for me, I enjoy school. I mean, I make friends. Literally, all of my friends are from school. If I didn't go to school, I would have no friends, and then I would be lonely. But anyways, right? You want to have fun when you're young, and your parents, don't want to take care of you all day and all night because they want to, stick with their spouses, and they don't, want to get annoyed by your crying and your laughter and whatever. I don't really care. I'm not a parent. I don't know how parents act. Okay, but for me, I just, kids can be annoying sometimes, so they have to go somewhere, right? And where would they go? They would go, I don't know, clubs, programs, extracurricular stuff in school, anything. And I was one of them. My parents decided, oh, because you're small, you're tiny, you're young, and you're a kid, maybe you should do something fun. And they decided, what about I do gymnastics? And I wasn't actually really good at gymnastics. I was really terrible. I was super stiff. But in the bright side, it was enjoyable. I mean, I was really small, so I guess I had an open brain and I think more openly. So even though I might have not noticed that I was terrible back then, it was a really great time for me. I remember back then I used to have a friend. I don't know if I could say her name, but just for safety reasons, I'll call her, let's say, Stacy. I'm not sure, Stacy. I just remember Stacy from like that movie. I don't know which movie, but that movie, that movie. Anyway, Stacy and I were like greatest friends of all time. If we had to pick partners for some of the activities, I would always pick Stacy. If we had partners for water break, I would pick Stacy. If we needed to have lunch, I would pick Stacy to sit beside me. So everything was about Stacy. Stacy was, a great friend of mine. And I couldn't see her anymore, obviously because I broke my back. And I'm gonna get to it, don't worry, don't worry. I'm gonna say how I broke my back or whatever, okay? But right now, I just wanna put out the important things in this event and just give it to you guys. Now, I also kind of remembered that there was a trampoline. Like, obviously, all gymnastics program has trampolines, okay? But I want to continue my story right here. So the trampoline was basically the highest structure in the whole platform, and there was not really a wall for, like, just say if something dropped, right? It would go all the way down into the floor, right? So the people who were there had to be careful, because if you kind of jumped off the edge, you might have just fallen
and die.
I don't know if you really die. I don't know. I never fell, so lucky for me, I didn't die. I also remember that there were like beams and bars. Oh, and I also remember like it's not a competition, but it was like do as many push-ups as you can, right? So, everyone's doing a push-up and doing more push-ups and doing as much push-ups as I can. And I remember I just went straight on. Like, I think I was like the most push-upper in, my whole group, okay? Not to flex on you guys, but you know me. Look at these muscles that I have not gained. But overall, I enjoyed having gymnastics. Okay, now, sure, I'll tell you how I broke my back. So it was, another day at gymnastics. Is it at the gymnastics? I don't know. I'm gonna say at the gymnastics, and whatever the grammar people, you can just go in the comments and say all you want. Okay. So I'm gonna say the gymnastics. Okay. So it was just one other day being at the gymnastics. And, we're just doing our routine, our casual stuff, doing attendance and all. So, yeah, we're at the trampoline, we're at the beams, we're at the floor doing cartwheels or whatever. But then it came the bars. Now, I had, no problem with the bars at all. But that day was different. So, as we did our routine and we went to the bars, our teacher, as in I guess me and the other classmates. So the teacher said that we were going to do, I guess, a new form or maybe a new trick, right? And I don't remember, but I think it was called the leafy or the leaf. It's basically where you're on the bar and you kind of swing side to side. Not side to side, but like up and there. So everyone's doing it, and then it's my turn, right? So I get on the bar, I'm ready. I'm about to show these youngsters who's boss here, right? So then as I'm doing it, right, and I'm going in front, but then I feel some agony and extreme pain on my back, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I just dropped onto the mat, and the mat was like, I don't know, maybe a few feet below, so like once I hit the mat, it was like a smack on a crack on the popple. Yeah, my teacher was there and was like, okay, are you okay? Do you need anything? What happened? And I just told her like my back started hurting, right? So then everyone was, just doing their turn while I was, kind of left out there. And the teacher was like, okay, from 1 out of 10, how bad is it? From 10 being like, you need to go to the hospital right now. I was saying, oh, it was 8. And as I said before, kids exaggerate stuff, so I don't actually know if it was that painful. But to me back then, it was really, 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 really painful. So after the gymnastics day, I told my parents, like, oh, no, not me. I guess my teachers actually told my parents that my back was broken, right? And, I need some rest, right? So ever since that day, I have never been to gymnastics for the rest of my life. All because of that one incident. But yeah, that's how I broke my back. It's probably not, that intense or whatever. It's not like, oh, I attacked a bear or, I got hit by a boulder. No. I just, did a simple trick on the bars in gymnastics, and maybe, okay, in theory, maybe I kind of arched my back way too much that it couldn't take it anymore. The capacity was like beyond the limit, and the bones were like. So, yeah, I didn't go to the doctor. Actually, now that I think about it, I never went to the doctor about it. But I mean, it was a painful time. Now I'm actually kind of scared of doing gymnastics again. It's like it's a risk I'm taking. I might have do it. I might do it for maybe the next few years, but right now I'm just gonna stick to the routine that I do. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you do, please whip that like button and whip that subscribe button. And until next time, bye bye. But don't. Really?